friends, welcome to Tuesday Live. I'm just going to wait for everything to click on over here on the comments section, and then we will get started. Pulling out a couple of supplies I'm going to need here in the meantime. There we are. Hello! Hey everybody! Welcome back to another live. How's everybody doing today? We are doing all right over here. We went and got both of the kids tested yesterday with the PCR test for COVID, and won't find out those results for, I think, until either Wednesday or Thursday. So at this point, we're just kind of like waiting to see what happens. But no, everyone's feeling pretty well so far. Izzy's got a bit of a stuffy nose, but that's pretty much it. So, just figuring out ways to not be to not get some cabin fever here, right? So I hope you guys are all well. I have two layouts today that I'm going to work on prepping with you. The first is story number 18, which is going to be my page that will hold the story, what would it be like to live in a gingerbread house? And then story number 19, which is going to be a throwback to childhood and answering the question of whether I was a child that peeked at my Christmas presents or not. So that will be that one. And then depending on time here today, this morning might be when I put together this stamped quote page as well, just to get that one done and off my desk. So that is going to be that. All right. Sorry, I'm just trying to see here what's, making sure everything's good. All right, so without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get you flipped over so we can see my desk here. And then we will go ahead and get started. So let's roll. Okay. All right, that should be that. Nice and even. All right, so let's get started with layout number 1, or I guess story number 18. So this is the story for the gingerbread house. For this one, let me set my pocket to the side here. For this one, what I'm going to do, I actually reached back into some of my older product play classes and pulled out a story that I wanted to, or a layout that I wanted to recreate from Amy Gretchen. So in this one, this would have been product play 3. Yes, product play 3, where they worked with hexagons. For this one, she created a cut file that created a pocket that had a little window inside of it. So I am going to recreate this today and create a pocket that's going to hold the story. So first and foremost, I'm going to take a piece of transparency. Let's make sure that's off of it here. Here we go. It is quiet here today, Deb. Yeah. Not as many here today. That's okay. All right, so what do I want to do here? This is roughly 3 inches by 3 inches. So I think I can cut a piece of this down. Yeah, I almost wondered if there was something wrong with the video. Hi, Paula. So, yeah, I was like, oh no, is my video like glitching out? Because I see somewhere here and then left. That's okay. It happens. It's nice that people can pop in and pop out, at whatever time is convenient throughout these types of videos. Okay, so this is going to be the window behind it. So what I'm going to do is grab some red line tape And we're just going to outline the hexagon shape here. Like so. I started filming a flip through of my foundation pages this morning, and the lighting in here was terrible. Like, just so many shadows all over my desk that I have to redo it. So that's what I'm going to do when we get off of the live today, is film my flip through of volume 1 so I can get that up on YouTube, which will be nice. I feel like my YouTube's been really, really quiet lately, just because of holidays and traveling and all that business. Oops. And just trying to get other stuff done, you know? All right, so let's do that. So I would have just used plain score tape here, but since this is going to hold down a plastic window, I figure it's better to have it be extra secure. Hi, Michelle. Yeah, I'm happy you don't have to watch the replay too. It's always so much fun to get to talk to you guys and catch up on what's happening in everyone's life. Ugh. Okay. Nap trapped. That's so funny. So Caitlin, Izzy's doing okay. She has a stuffy nose, but that's about it. Otherwise, you know, I never would have guessed that she would have COVID right now, but I guess you just never know. So, she's doing okay, and we'll find out the results for the PCR. They said it would take 2 to 3 days. I'm hoping we find out tomorrow so that, you know, we can have a more concrete plan for what we're doing for Thanksgiving, which, I mean, at this point, we're just under the impression that she has it. You know, like, that's it, she has it. But on the off chance that she doesn't, you know, I suppose I could have just done it this way. I don't know why I did it that way. Okay. So, we'll put this on here. So that will be the window. I also probably should trim these pieces down so they don't stick. Okay, that's probably good. All right, so that gives me a little window there. All right, so I think I'll score this next. Making your first bookshelf today. So excited to join the bookshelf club. Yes, that's so awesome. Bookshelves are so fun to make. Plus, it's such a great opportunity to use stamps, you know? Okay, so I'm scoring. And this is going to create a pocket for everything to slide into. So we'll fold this one down. Okay, and then this one, which didn't really score correctly. That's better. Okay, and then this one will go up. And it creates this pocket. Okay, so I am going to some double-sided tape. Hey Mag, welcome. You making dinner? 15-minute. Where did you get the template? The template came from Product Play 3, which was the Product Play class from a couple years ago, and it was Amy Gretchen's lesson on hexagons. So it has this, and then it also has a template for this, which I'm also going to add on here too. So it's like the two pieces, the envelope and then the extra little hexagon piece. Okay, so take off that. Okay, so I'll stick those two together. And then one more piece down here at the bottom. I also need to hole punch it because it just goes directly into the album. But I actually was originally going to make this whole pocket out of a different pattern paper. Let's see if I have any pieces of it left because I butchered it. I totally ruined it. I don't. It was one that was like red with, oh wait, right here. Okay, so originally when I was making this pocket, I was going to do it out of this paper, which I wasn't sure how else I was going to use it until I thought of this one, and I was like, oh, that would make such a cute little pocket. Yeah, I totally ruined it. So, so what I ended up doing instead was making it out of white, but I actually, huh? He's not in here. I don't know. You could find him. Okay, so I actually cut out just a front piece that I can adhere down out of a different pattern paper because I want this to have some pattern to it. It's just lame that it couldn't have the paper that I wanted it to have. But oh well, it happens. It was my first, like, of the season with my silhouette not cooperating. I think that it got stuck where the, like, there's the cutter piece, right? And it got stuck like in the middle. So then it kept starting in the middle and I couldn't figure out why. And then I ended up needing to just turn it off and back on. But I didn't know that. And by the time I figured it out, I had already ruined my paper. So it happens. All right, so that is that. So we're just going to add a bunch of adhesive to this and then put this on the front. And basically I'm just going to line it up on the hexagon here in the middle and then press it down from there. So that way it gets me a little bit of pattern. I'm not planning to put anything on the back, although, I mean, I suppose I could print a picture and have the whole backside be a picture. That's not a bad idea. Okay, so then this piece is, I wonder if it's a mistake to do. Roller, probably. Okay, let's not do roller adhesive. Let's do this one. Which is a wet glue in pen form. Okay. So then this is going to go like a border around it. Like that's probably good. Okay. Oops. Okay, and then inside of this is going to go, I have this tag that says Everyday Magic that I thought would be cool in here. And then I also have this merrymaking journaling card that would fit in here nicely. And then I can also put pictures in here too. I'll probably put a picture in the front so that's what's showing through. But let's hole punch this before moving to the next. So this one I want to put probably like right here. Maybe I'll put it closer to the top. Actually, what's going behind this again? A 3x8. Okay, so maybe what I'll do is actually put it in the bottom section because the top is going to have something kind of dimensional. So that will help reduce the amount of dimension all on one spot. All right, so I'm going to use Power Punch to make it so it turns nicely. Okay. So there's that. And then we'll pretend that these go down inside. Okay. She made this long enough too so that the 4x6s can go all the way in and then there's still room for the holes so that, you know, it doesn't stick out or anything. Okay, so for my number, I have a couple different options that I was considering. One was to use this little itty bitty cut file that has a, it's like a gingerbreadish house with a tree. So I could back this and put that in the middle with maybe like the token 18, or these also fit in there where I could just do the number and make it easy, which might be what I do. Although I kind of like this, and here's the thing, I like this, but then if I were to do a full page photo on the back, so cover this whole backside with a photo, I could put this like on the photo, you know, with a tiny phrase sticker or something. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Let's go 18 there. And then not those. Thank you, Lindsay. Yeah, so last night I actually went to film my flip through, and then I noticed that my nails were like a disaster mess. So I then decided, like, you know what, I'm gonna be responsible about this, and I will do my nails so that they have Christmassy colors. So this is like a pine green, and I did that last night instead, which is why it still isn't filmed. But I figured that will be nice for a video. Okay, so I'm thinking the house is going to be this color. I'm going to do some lights in the windows that are yellow. So let's start with the lights in the windows. So we need like right here. When backing cut files, I always start with the smallest element first. There we go. So you go small to big. So like here's one little small area. And then I'll stick that on there. And then go back in and trim off the extra pieces from underneath. Right, so that would be like one window. And then we'll come down to the next small little window. Actually, I just did two of them. That's okay. Let's just cut that. Stick that on there. Stick this one on the other window. Come in and trim off the excess. Like that. And then This was actually part of a cut file from Paige Evans that was like a Christmas Village, I think is what it was called. And in Silhouette, I took it and I just erased a bunch of the houses. So all I had was one house and one tree, because that's all I wanted. Okay, so that is the little windows. Then we've got, do I have any red anywhere? Probably in some of these other patterns, like maybe this. Yeah, I can totally get some red out of that. Okay, so I'm like, I want a red door. I think that would be cute. Okay. What is this now? On my shelf stamp from Future Craft. Yep. Mag, we did a bunch of, because a lot of the stores here do Black Friday early. Like it's like Black Friday a week now instead of just Black Friday. So we actually, Erin and I got a whole bunch of stuff to work on for the house from Wayfair because they have a bunch of sales going on. But I didn't get anything crafty. Is anybody getting anything crafty for Black Friday? Okay, and then I'm thinking this little peak, I might do green. Okay. Okay, that'll be tan. So then let's do the little white sections. For the snow on the top of the roof. Okay. Okay, then I'm going to do this kind of like dark gray roof. And we have tan and the tree. So we'll start with this one. It's almost like a brown tan, really, which is kind of nice. Or brown gray, not tan. A brown gray. Okay. Okay, and then we'll do a green tree. Okay, and the rest of it's going to be this tan color. Oh wait, right here. So now that all I have left is this one color, I don't need to fill anything else in. What I can do is actually adhere down this entire thing to that color and then just trim around the outside, which will give it an even backing, which is kind of nice, but also makes it so that I don't have to like precision cut the whole thing. So it doesn't work like that for all cut files, but this one works like that, which is kind of nice. Okay. Almost there. Okay, so there's the little house. Now, these can all be put away. So then, with that little house, that's where, are we not in this right now? There we go. Okay, so this is what I was like, I could put the little house there, but I think I'm gonna like it better on the back or on one of the tags. So then the 18 will go on here. Let's just put the 18 on there, get it out of the way. That's probably good enough. Okay, so 18, and then, so this could go like down here on the card. If I don't want to put it on the back, it could go on the back of this with a photo or journaling. It could go on here with journaling, like whatever I want to do. It's just kind of a little fun extra thing. So I'm going to stick that in here. I'm going to stick this in here. And then number 18 will be done. I will probably add some kind of pull tab on there potentially, or maybe not since it's got the notch in it. You know, it's not all the way necessary. Okay, so let's grab my album and add this in. Okay, so this is going to go after that Hallmark movie spinner tag, and then it will be this down here. So that will be 18, and then 19, which is next. Just set that down behind me. Okay. So number 19 is about peeking or not peeking at presents. Put that back here too. So for this one, I have a couple things that I'm working through here. So first of all, what I want to do is I want this to be a 3x8 flip out. So the holes will go on this side, and then this is the top piece that will open up. And on the inside, I'm going to put a picture of our wrapped Christmas presents over here, and then some journaling in here. Now for the journaling, there is a digital file from, it might be from the prep party this year. I don't remember where it came from. I'll have to look that up, but it says the best gift. And I'm thinking, so like if this is my photo and this is journaling, I'm thinking my title will say the best gift, and then to do some kind of like tiny phrase sticker underneath that. But all of that I'm going to do, well, at least the best gift part I'm going to do digitally, and then I'll print off my written journaling. And when I do that, I also have this wood veneer piece from Colorcast Designs, which is a bunch of presents on a sleigh, which I'm thinking about putting at the bottom. So like pretend that this is the journaling page. It would say the best gift, a tiny phrase sticker, and then like this at the bottom with journaling up above it, or something of that nature. So the flip out portion, I can't necessarily prep because it's going to be written on, you know, it's going to be printed journaling, and then this side's going to be a photo. But what I can do is put together this title piece. So what I want to do for this is to make this look like a present. So I've got some ribbon that I was thinking about adding on here, potentially a piece that goes this way, and then a piece that would go the opposite way, like maybe you know, up at the top, kind of like that. So it's more towards the top, hence why the other portion was at the bottom. Because I have another one of those bows, so I'm like, I could stick a bow on there. There's that dimensional piece. And then I've also got a couple of vellum tags that I printed. So these were a digital file or a cut file from the Silhouette shop that says, don't open, no peeking till December 25th, wrapped with love. So I printed this on I used the print feature on Silhouette to print them, and then I cut them out with a tag shape. So kind of like a print and cut, kind of, because I created the cut file with the tag. So these are from like Allie's tags that I just threw into Silhouette to create a tag cut file, and then I took the digital word and put that in there to resize it how it would fit. I don't know if that makes sense. So what I'm thinking about doing is tying this on here with the number. Now, I printed this out in two different orientations. So I have one that's this like wide one that would take up the whole thing. And then I have one that's actually more of a tag, and I'm thinking of doing this one and adding the number 19 right on it. Which I kind of like the black 19, although that one's not bad either. So this one will just go into my stash of tags, I suppose, which is really fun. I'm gonna have to remember that for next time. Oof. Okay, sorry, I am hot. I'm gonna take off my button-up shirt. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. So I've got the tag, I've got the numbers, and the ribbon. So I'm thinking this is a good flat piece, because this was, I think this was actually a ribbon that tied a present last year that I just like swiped and put it in my supplies. I do that a lot. So some of it has already been used and bent. Like here you can see this part was probably where the knot was. But there are still some decent sections. And the rest of this I can throw in, because you never know. Okay, so what I'm going to do is take the ribbon here, and I'm just going to score tape it. I feel like I have thicker score tape somewhere. Maybe not. Okay, maybe not. That's okay. We'll just do a bunch of this. Or, better yet, I'm going to score tape it directly down the middle. Then I think I'll stitch it to the page. I think that's what I'll do. Okay. All right, so this one goes down here. This one goes up here. Then twine. Yeah, I think I just want to stick to the red. Okay, so then the twine piece. Like, how do I want to attach you? I think what I'll do is just attach it here. and then I'll sew this on top. Yeah. Okay, I think I'll do it that way so that I can just string the tag on here and like tie it off. Okay, so this we'll need to do in sections. The question is, okay, so if we have our present like this, and we have our tag, we'll just kind of roughly tie it there. So if our tag is right here, it says don't open, no peeking. Do we do the wood veneer 19 or the black 19? I'm kind of leaning to the black just because it's kind of punchy, you know? So this would go essentially here next to this one. I think the black one. I like how much space it fills up. So let's do that. All right, so we will there, there. Okay. So we'll make sure we're even. Okay, and that will be my number. All right, so let's get this stitched on. So and I still have red in my machine from yesterday, so that's kind of nice. I think that's even. Even enough, I think. And then we'll do the top piece and stitch that down, one at a time. Okay, here we go. Oh, weird, it like split. Okay. strange. Darn it. That's better. Okay, there's one. Okay. All right, let's do these ones now. All right, yay. All right, so the question is, I'm just gonna tape that down, not sew it. Okay, so the bow, yeah, I see some questions about the bow. So this one is actually, yeah, it was like a little girl's hair clip. And so it had like one of those alligator clips on the back of it. And I just ripped it off because it's just on there with hot glue. It did rip a little bit of the fabric back here, but it doesn't matter because nobody's going to see that. But I had a couple of them that I bought. I had some for December and then some for October that I had purchased this past fall at like a mom-to-mom sale. I saw they had a whole bunch of them and I was like, oh my gosh, I love those for my crafts. So I'm gonna buy them for that. And they're super cute. They're made with like a pleather type of material, which is fun. So it gives another texture in here. But there are a ton of cut files that you can do. So you could totally make one of these. I actually made one last year in my album out of paper. They're pretty easy. It's just like it's like a template that you like fold in and you fold in, right, to make this portion. And then the underneath is one piece. So you just like stick that down, and then there's one more that goes through the middle. I feel like I found one that was free. You could search like free bow template, and I bet you'll find one. Okay. So we're going to stick this on here real good. And then put the tag on. And punch some holes. Okay. Gosh darn it. Come on. Okay, do a different one. Yeah, that one was better. It's amazing to me how well the plastic stays on the darn tape. Like, it would almost rather adhere to the plastic than to whatever you stuck it onto, you know? It almost makes me not want to use red line tape. It's so annoying. Here we go. Okay. One more, come on. Got it. Okay, so that's gonna go up here. Now, how do I want to tie you? Maybe just like that. Yeah, I'm just going to tie it off like that. Okay. So there is my cover piece and my number, and then I just need to hole punch this. So this is going to be the top piece that will swing open. So what I want to do is create sections that will lift up and off of the page. So I'm going to punch all 6 holes. I think I just punched a hole in my tag on accident. Whoops. Darn it. I totally did. All right, this is going to be somewhat tricky because that's where the ribbon is. So I probably just have to clean that up a little bit more. Okay, so let's clean this up. Yep, totally punched a hole in this. Well, shoot. You know what? You can't really see it because it's vellum anyways. So we'll just leave it. So for you, I basically just want this to be cleaned up a little bit. There, I might just do that. Okay, so then these all need sections cut out of them. I cannot believe I cut a hole in that tag. I can believe it. That was just really dumb. Okay, so those are cut out. What if I covered up my boo-boo with like some what if we put more of these on here? And then that covered up the hole that I punched there like a big old idiot. I think I'm gonna do that. Because I'm not reprinting that. That was... Ugh. Okay, so let's get some glue out. And let's make this work. I think what I'll do is put glue around the hole. And then put that on there. Okay. Stay. Then only you guys will know that these exist purely to cover up a mistake. Okay. There we go. An opportunity to embellish more. Isn't that the truth? Okay, so that is that. So the way this is going to work in the album, let's pull that up here, is this will be attached to the page underneath with a hinge. Which honestly, I could probably just do that. Let's just do that. Make a hinge real quick so that come December, that's just one less step. So we will cut a 2-inch strip of paper, 2-inch by the full 8.5, I guess. Fold this in half. Okay. And then we'll grab that score tape back again. I'm going to stick it on one side where the fold is at the top. Then put this on the back. So this is going to flip open this way. So I need the fold to go on this side, on the edge. And then we'll cut off the excess. So there we go, one less thing to do later. Okay, so this is going to flip open like that, right? And then under here is going to be a photo, and over here is going to be the journaling. So when it's inside the album, we cut out those notches so that it can actually go onto the ring placement right here. And it actually might, it'll hold in there even now, so that when we look at the page, we can pull this off, right, and open it up. I might actually want this to be a little even wider. So that it doesn't really catch very hard, very much. That. Okay. Yeah, there we go. That way it comes off real easily and opens up. So, and then that's why I decided to put this on the bottom half, because it'll help even out the bulk of the bow with the bulk of the pocket here down below. So that's 18 and 19, and then the back of this will be the start of story 20. And then I should also say that on the inside, when this opens, we'll have this down below, down here. So this is still going to go with story 19. Which I will just put back in a page protector, because now that I loosened it up, I don't think it's going to stay on anymore, which isn't a bad thing for once it's attached to a hinge. All right, so we've got that. We've got that. And that. Okay. So there is 19. So, it is 2 o'clock, so that was nice. 1 hour, and we got 2 pages pretty much ready to go. So let's go ahead and do this stamped quote page 2 and get it done. That way it is one less thing for me to do this evening. All right, because I definitely want to get it done today. Okay, you're still over here. So I'm not going to need any more tape. I can put all of this away. Get some stuff cleared off before I pull out all the stamping stuff. Okay, those I just need to put away later. That's the stamped page. Oh, let's scoop all this into the garbage. Okay, so now I need, oh, you know what I need first is a new chamois. The other one got so gross I threw it away. Okay, so this is the cloth that I always use. It's the same one that Heba uses. It's the Absorber on Amazon. And when it comes in, it's huge. Like this, I've already cut into this, and I still have, like that much left. So what I'm going to do is just cut a piece that will fit in a tray, or close enough to the tray. here. Okay. And that can go back in here. And then this, so this becomes like 4 of them. Because I like to just keep them that fairly small size. It's more manageable. Okay. So then one of these I'm going to keep. The other 3 I'll put back in the bag for another time. Back in it goes. Okay. What are you hitting? Oh. There we go. Okay. All right, so I've got the chamois. I've got my stuff here. Okay, so this is the page that I was working on during the prep party, just getting this gessoed all over so I could stamp on top of it. For this one, I'm going to use my StazOn. Since we're going on top of paint. And then I've got my quote. And we're going to mix between the tiny alphas here and last year's December daily. Okay. I had thought about stitching around this, but I don't know if I will. Okay, so let's see. If I want to go, it's not what's under the tree that matters. It's who's around it. That should work. Okay, so sentence 1 is going to be this to here, and then here to here. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So then I need number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the O is going to go in the middle of the page. Which maybe what I need to do also is go like, okay, so it's not, let's see, this is going to be 3 sentences with the small stamps. And then 2 with the big stamps. And 1 more with the small. So actually I can move it down. So maybe it's like that, and that, and that gives me some room. It's just going to help me figure out placement. Okay, so for roughly 6 would be 3.5 would be a quarter. So we're going to say like right there is going to be the middle of the page. Okay. Here we go. Wrapping paper page. So Lindsay, I kind of yes, kind of no. So the wrapping paper is where I'm going to document, or I'm going to take photos and document the paper in that last layout. So in story 19 about peaking or not peaking. So that's where I'll put the photos of the current wrapped presents or current wrapping paper. So kind of yes, still documenting it, just in a different way. Okay. The only thing I don't like about these little alphas is that there's no punctuation. So you have to kind of like make it up, which I did with this J. I just used the dot to represent a comma and an apostrophe and a period. Like I figure that's fine. Okay, so it's not. I feel like this is still off center somehow. Oh well. Probably should have centered it on here on the white part. So it's not what's. Have a good day, Stephanie. Have any of you guys started your Christmas shopping yet? I'm still working on mine. Trying to nail down all the things we want to get. I think right now I've got good ideas for the kids. I just need to like sit down with Erin and figure out what are we going to get and what do we send everyone else for their wish lists. Michelle, you're almost done. And Risa, you're wow. Way to go. Almost done too, Deb. Wow. You guys, that's awesome. You have to send some to Germany and some to Colorado. Oh, yeah. Definitely a good idea then to get it done early with all this stuff that's going on with shipping and everything. Oops. Okay. All right, it's not what's under the tree that matters. Okay. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. That one needs it bigger. no. No problem, Terry. That's funny. No problem. Right now I'm just concentrating on this. Okay. Oh. This is so wonky. I don't love this, but there's got to be a way I can make it okay. Because, yes, this is not my favorite. Like, this needed to be over more. This needed to be over more. Darn. I don't have any more of this paper, so we're just going to leave it be. Okay, so all right, what do I want to do? That's so funny to ask if you're on a conference call. All right. What can I do with you? Maybe look at that. Maybe. Maybe these. So, what we could maybe do, what do I have for, new. We can call it whimsical, like Charlie Brown. That's so true. Yep. That might end up being what happens here. Because, although I could stick that down there, which I'm going to do that. So we'll do that so I can write in it's a Charlie Brown quote. And nope. Nope and nope. I have these like presents. That I kind of like. I have this tree. I feel like it's too big though, but I have other trees. So maybe, let me look at that. So no to that stuff or that. So maybe what if I did it like that? Does that look okay? Or does it look dumb? I also have like star trim. You know, I wonder.
Hi, Mommy.
Hi, Jojo.
I'm all done sleeping.
You're all done sleeping?
Yep.
Awesome. This is so extra. Okay. Hey, let's... No, can we not bring that in here? Jojo, it's so loud. Can we leave it out there?
I can.
Okay.
I just getting this
Okay.
for in the dump truck.
Okay. No problem.
I'm putting it in the dump truck. I'm doing it there.
Yeah.
I'm doing it.
I might just do it, you guys. I might just go for like all of it and be like, whatever. To hell with it. Go big or go home. It's whatever. It's just a filler page, right? So what does it matter? Okay, I think I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to throw it all on there. Go totally extra on this one. And let it be what it's going to be. So let's get this like a star trim up here, because that's fun. Why not? Okay, and then I wonder if I've got any that. Also not, well, maybe. Thinking maybe like, oh. Oh, it's so loud up there. Okay. So maybe we'll stick a phrase sticker up there. That's the spirit. Oh no, Terry! I feel you. I used to do payroll for my dad's company. That was part of my job. And that is the worst thing. Like when you're in the middle of it and then it just dies and you have to start all the way over. Oh, I feel for you. Okay. Okay, plus I'm probably never going to use half of these die cuts ever again, so I might as well use them. I kept them. This was the last year. There's a lot of times when I will keep embellishments and tell myself, like, if I don't use this year, it's going. I won't keep it any longer. And these were one of those, so there we go. All right, so there we go. Quite a bit extra, but that's okay. So this is going to go, I believe, well, it goes in the album, it goes in volume 2, and I believe it goes after a page where I talk about, so there's a story prompt that says, who made Christmas extra special in your life? And this year I want to tell a little bit deeper story about my grandma, which really, I mean, there's a handful of people really that made Christmas really special, and my grandma was one, but also my mom, and you know, my husband makes Christmas extra special. Like, there's a lot of people, but for this year I want to tell a more in-depth story about her and how she really made Christmas something super special in our family. So this is going to go either, I can't remember if it goes before that story or after that story, and so it just felt kind of fitting to put the quote, you know, that it's not what's under the tree that matters, it's who's around it. That seemed to go really nicely with that particular story. So I will go ahead and stick this in the album, and then that's going to be that. So it's just like a whole bunch of stuff. That's okay. So I'm going to put this after this gifty one. It goes somewhere in here like that. And that's that. It actually looks pretty cute in the album. So I'm happy with it. Happy with it. All right, friends. Well, that is it for today. So we've got the filler quote page. We have story 19 that we got ready and story 18 that is now ready. So tonight I'm going to come back at 7:30 Eastern time. We have 2 more layouts I'm planning to work on today. And then today's Tuesday. So then Wednesday we'll be here at 1. Thursday I'm taking the day off for Thanksgiving. And then Friday, I'm planning to be here at 1 again as well. So that is the plan. Super excited. All right. Well, with that, I hope that you enjoy the rest of your afternoon. For those of you who stopped by tonight, I'll see you later tonight. Otherwise, I will catch you another day in another video. Thanks for coming today, you guys. Bye, friends.